Hey, what's up? This is Antonio. Welcome back to my channel. Now, who's ready for some fighting words? In this video, I want to do a fight breakdown for Opetaia versus Ramirez. Really quick, if you like the videos and you like the content, then subscribe to the videos. Subscribe to the channel. It just takes one click. Go ahead and click it right now. Also, hit the thumbs up button. It shows love and it supports the channel. So, we're going to start this thing off with experience. Who's got more experience? Well, we have Ramirez, who has 47 wins, 30 KOs, 1 loss, while we have Jai Opetaia, who has 27 wins, 21 KOs, and 0 losses. Clearly, we're going with Ramirez with the experience factor. He's faced more styles. He's conquered more people, so you got to give it to him. Power. Well, let's see. Ramirez has 30 KOs and Jai Opetaia has 20 KOs. And when you look at their ratio, 47 wins to 27 wins, I would say they're about even and on par with that. So therefore, I'm going to say when it comes to power, I'm going to say they're equal. So either guy has the power to starch the other guy, which only makes everything go up one more notch because everything's on the line with this. You know, it just takes one hit. Both of these guys hit hard. Both of these guys are consistent, and both of these guys have shown that they can be blood and guts warriors. Let's see. Range. What's the best range? I think both of these guys do the best work at, range. With a little bit, somewhat of a distance in between them. I think they both do their best range, but for different reasons. Ramirez does his best range is best at range because he throws a lot of punches. Everything is off the jab with Ramirez. He throws a lot of punches and everything comes off the jab, the way it's supposed to, the way you're taught. Day one stuff. But he does throw a ton of punches. So you need some space in between you. Ramirez is really tall. Ramirez has really long arms. And you should play to your strengths and not your weaknesses. And if you can keep somebody at bay and you can keep them right here, well then great. And Ramirez does a wonderful job of doing that. While you look at Jai Opetaia, Jai is a little bit different. He also likes to work at range, but he uses his legs a lot. He likes to circle the ring. He likes to kind of sit and think. He likes to set traps. While you have Ramirez, he's just going to cut the ring off. So there's a difference why they're both fighting at range. Jai likes a bit of a slower pace. Ramirez likes it's on. Once that bell rings, it's on. Jai likes to think. Jai likes to look at what's going on. Jai likes to set traps. Jai does not like to throw, he's not going to throw 100 million punches in a round, while Ramirez will. So they both need that space for separate reasons, but they both utilize the space. Now, both of them can fight really well on the inside, but when Jai fights on the inside, it's because he's now in his reserves, or it's wartime, or it's championship rounds. While you look at Ramirez, it doesn't matter. He's going to go anyway, regardless of if we're fighting from here or we're fighting from here and I got my head in your chest. It doesn't matter. Let's see. What's next? Punch output. Clearly, we're going with Ramirez. This, no questions asked. We're going to go with Ramirez. Ramirez can easily throw 100 punches in a round. Jai, I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm just saying I've never seen him do it. Not saying he can't do it, but he definitely can do it for round after round after round like Ramirez can do it. That I do know. So you got to give it to Ramirez. Let's see. Footwork. Who has better footwork? Jai Opetaia, by far, is better footwork. Now, granted, when you look at Ramirez, because he's pressing the fight and because he's cutting off a ring, he doesn't need excellent footwork, but you do need something. And with a guy like Jai Opetaia, you're going to have to figure out something better than what you've been doing. Just stepping forward is not going to cut it because he's going to be able to keep distance if that's all you're bringing to the table. And if he can get out the side door or the back door, that's exactly what he's going to do. And the last thing you want with Jai Opetaia is for him to have space. Okay, that's not what you want. You don't want Jai Opetaia with space. It's not going to work well in your favor if he has space. Defense. Who has better defense? I think Jai Opetaia has better defense. Again, I think he has his legs. Again, I think he's great with a high guard, but he also does the cross, the old George Foreman, rest in peace, George. He's got the George Foreman cross guard. He does a lot of things. He's also slippery up top, but another thing would be his legs because he keeps that range. While you look at Ramirez, he's typically the one causing all the action. So his defense, not to say that he doesn't have it. I think a part of his defense is the fact that his offense is kind of his defense. because he's throwing so many punches and he's heavy-handed and he's throwing so many punches, it kind of offsets whatever you're doing. And it works also as a defense. Let's see, durability. Who's more durable? Well, let's see. Ramirez has a loss, but it wasn't like he got knocked out. Then you look at Jai Opetaia. He fought Brightus with a broken jaw and still won. I don't know if you've ever felt a broken jaw, but it's not fun. You can't even close your mouth. You're just drooling all over the place. It's not fun. I mean, breaking anything is not fun. You know, breaking your hand is not fun. Breaking your jaw is definitely not fun. However, he did it while still getting punched in the face. He did it. No problem. You know, he had to dig deep. He went in his reserves, but he did it. It's the point that I'm making. I think Jai Opetaia is a pretty tough guy. And I think, you know, honestly, everybody who comes from the island, you know, New Zealand, Australia, I don't know what these people eat, but I know they're tough. I know they're not coming to lie down. I know they're coming for war. And that's exactly what this fight will be if it ever materializes. I know Jai Opetaia really wants this fight. I don't hear much from Ramirez, surprisingly. Unification. So I really don't understand why I'm not hearing much from him. Let's see. Creativity. Who has more creativity when it comes to the ring? Clearly, Jai Opetaia has more creativity than Ramirez. I mean, we know what Ramirez is going to bring to the table. He's going to bring a lot of pressure. He's going to bring a lot of punches, a lot of straight punches. And he's a big, durable dude. But mostly, we know what he's bringing. We know he's going to be in front of us the whole entire time. While you look at Jai Opetaia, what is he bringing? A plethora of stuff. Footwork. Combinations that you are unorthodox. You don't know where those punches are coming from. You don't know from what range they're coming from. Jai can cover a lot of distance with one leap. I've seen him do it. He's a big dude, but he moves like a small guy. And that's another thing that makes him dangerous, how light he is on his feet. How he can cover a lot of distance with one leap and then be back out of distance for you to retaliate in one leap or one step, shall I say. Let's see. Cardio. Is better cardio? Ramirez. Ramirez has better cardio. Anybody can throw 100 punches in a round. You clearly got better cardio. Got to give it to Ramirez. Dog. Who's got more dog in him? Listen. Who's got more dog in him? I just gave the scenario with Brightus and Jai Opetaia. Dude fought and won with a broken jaw. There would have been many people who wouldn't have gotten off the stool. I'm just being honest. There are people who don't get off the stool because they have a stool because they have a broken hand. Trust me, a broken jaw is worse. Like, I get it, you're in a fight, so having a broken hand sucks, and it really does. But there have been people who won a fight with one arm. Having a broken jaw sucks on every level. Like, literally, it's just horrible. Like, you're still getting hit. It's not like Brightus was like, oh, I'm going to take it easy. I'm not going to punch him in the jaw. No, I'm totally going to target his jaw now. And he still won. You got to give it to him. That's dog. That's the definition of dog. And honestly, I can't give Ramirez dog because he has a loss. And like I said, it wasn't like Dimitri Bivol knocked him out. He has a loss. So I can't give him, you know, that. I can't say he has more dog because when you look at Dimitri Bivol, he's kind of like Jai Opetaia, that he's just somebody who's going to move around, but he's going to throw a lot of combinations. He's going to throw a lot of punches. But Dimitri Bivol is not getting knockouts every day. I mean, you know, he doesn't get a ton of knockouts. So that shows that Ramirez, I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again. If you lose 2 points, that is something in you, because that's a gear that either you do not have or you've given up on yourself. But there is something in your psyche, something in your mind that allowed this to slip out of your hands. That's one thing if you have somebody who's just super slick and you have a Shakur Stevenson, if you take a step forward, he takes 2 steps backwards, that's different. But you're talking about Dimitri Bivol. Like, you could have stepped on the gas. I'm not saying he could beat Dimitri Bivol. I still think he would have lost to Dimitri Bivol. But you still could have stepped on the gas. That's the point that I'm making. If someone's not knocking you out, you can step on the gas. You can go for broke and say, you know what, I got a round left. I'm going to take every second in these 3 minutes, and I'm going for broke. He's either going to have to put me out or I'm going to put him out. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm willing to accept the pain and the punishment that comes with stepping forward on this individual, but he's going to have to put me out or I'm putting him out. You have to step in with that type of mentality. So I'm definitely going to give dog to Jai Opetaia. Mental toughness. I typically give it to the guy who's undefeated, Jai Opetaia. I typically give it to the guy who can go through what he went through with Brightest, Jai Opetaia. And Jai Opetaia has a lot of undefeated guys on his record. That's 3 reasons why I'm giving it to Jai Opetaia. I think he's more mentally tough. And now we come to my favorite category, danger. Who's more dangerous? Is it Ramirez or is it Jai Opetaia? Well, I just said that they were even when it comes to power. However, they're not even when it comes to experience. Okay, that is true. We got to give that to Ramirez. But when it comes to durability, and it comes to dog, and it comes to mental toughness, and I'll even throw in boxing IQ, I still got to go with Jai Opetaia. I think it's a safer bet to go with Jai Opetaia. Not to mention, Jai Opetaia is hot right now. Like, it's his time. And anybody who can't recognize that needs some glasses. It's his time right now. And you can feel that. You can feel that when he has a fight and he walks out. You can feel it's his time. I really feel like it's his time. And I don't think that Ramirez is going to stop that train of Jai Opetaia. Or I don't think he's the guy who's going to stop the train of Jai Opetaia. I'm going with Jai Opetaia for the win. Drop your thoughts down below.